This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. Glad to have you with us on this Friday. The weekend is almost here. Can't wait for it. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
I'm Ray Collin. You are excited, aren't you?
I always am excited for Friday.
I know. We've got a big day today. Tonight we're going to be hosting an event at the Van Wezel called Friday Fest.
That's what I'm most looking forward to today.
Yeah. Our first time in public together.
Oh, man.
Anyway, let's go to the weather now. Good morning, John Scalzi.
Good morning to you, too. It should be nice weather, too, I think. We're looking at probably most of the storms being well inland by that point, maybe even approaching the other coast. So hopefully everything will time out just perfectly. We have some showers now dotting our landscape. I think the morning commute will feature a few scattered showers around the area, some of them producing some reasonably heavy rainfall for a brief period of time, mostly right now out in Gulf waters, but they are approaching the shore, so expect to see that, especially central Longboat Key. I think over the next half hour, you're likely to see a brief downpour of rain. Forecast for today, again, calls for chances of rainfall during the morning hours, followed by better chances of rain inland later in the day and a daytime high near 90, which is exactly where we were yesterday. Complete forecast details for the weekend coming up in a few.
All right, John, talk to you soon. Look at that already, 301 northbound, showing quite a slowdown as you cross over State Road 70 heading toward Bradenton. Checking the maps now farther south into Sarasota County. Nothing much to report, maybe a little bit of a slowdown there on 41 as you get near Proctor, it looks like. And then farther south, we'll check that. All clear at 5:02 on your Friday morning.
Topping our news this morning, a Sarasota man is behind bars, facing multiple charges after an apparent road rage incident.
Troopers say it happened on I-75 at State Road 681. That's where they say 26-year-old Christopher Bannock waved a .38 caliber revolver at another driver. Troopers eventually stopped him at the intersection of 41 and Roberts Road, where he was later arrested.
He did have a concealed weapons permit. However, we all must understand the responsibility that comes with being a concealed weapons holder. You cannot brandish a firearm to simply gain an advantage in an argument. That is a felony.
Troopers also say they found drugs inside his car. They charged him with aggravated assault, displaying a firearm during the commission of a felony, and several drug charges as well. And in an effort to keep drunk drivers off our roads, FHP will be increasing patrols this weekend. They're going to focus on the interstate as well as major roads. The crackdown will take place between 9 p.m. Saturday night and 5 a.m. Sunday morning in both Sarasota and Manatee counties. Florida law considers a driver with a .08 or higher a blood alcohol content to be impaired. And don't forget, if you see an aggressive driver on the roadway or suspect a nearby driver under the influence, you can contact FHP real easily from your cell phone. It's actually star FHP or star 347.
In Sarasota, 4 robbers got much more than they bargained for while trying to hold up a Pizza Hut restaurant. The armed robbery happened Wednesday night at the Pizza Hut on 17th Street just after 11:30 p.m. Sheriff's deputies say the robbers charged into the restaurant, beating one of the employees and demanding money. One of those suspects was holding a gun. That's when one of the restaurant's employees pulled out his own gun and then fired it at the men, hitting one of them before they ran off. Deputies found the man who had been shot a short time later at a nearby hospital. All of those men involved have now been charged with armed robbery.
An update now after a domestic disturbance at a Northport home. One person has been arrested after police were called to a house on Needle Terrace when an argument turned violent between a father, a mother, and a son. The father was injured and taken to the hospital for treatment, while the 24-year-old son locked himself inside the house, refusing to come out until last night when he emerged waving a white T-shirt. He was arrested, and roads surrounding the home were temporarily closed, and they are now back open. A Suncoast daycare provider is forced to close her doors after allegations of neglect.
The owner of No Limits Learning Academy received a no-contact order forcing the daycare to close for up to 90 days. Our Beth Yates has more as the Manatee County Sheriff's Office is now opening criminal and child welfare investigations.
We're right in the middle of our investigation now, so we're very limited on what we can say.
Manatee County Sheriff's Office spokesman Dave Bristow is keeping a tight lid on allegations of misconduct at the No Limits Learning Academy on 75th Street in West Bradenton.
A lot of allegations here, and we don't really want to go into any specifics There was one child that was mentioned, and it kind of spread to possibly other children. So, you know, it's just right now, very, very delicate part of the investigation.
Because of the active investigation, no other details about the allegations have been released. But ABC7 did find out No Limits Director Joanne Erickson and 2 other employees are the subject of the Sheriff Department's criminal investigation, as well as the Sheriff's Office Child Protection Services welfare investigation. Since January, DCF inspected the daycare center 4 times. In one of those inspections, the facility was found not in compliance with staff training because one of the employees had not completed the 40-hour introductory child care training requirement. That issue was rectified in a follow-up inspection. In another inspection, the facility was found non-compliant once again for having spoiled food in the kitchen and not having a child's immunization records on file. But none of those concerns met the standard of a criminal investigation. Still, Bristow says they've received a tip about some other alleged misconduct.
We have interviewed numerous people, including children and employees of that daycare center, and that's kind of where we are right now.
Erickson has been ordered to not have contact with children for up to 90 days. As a result, the daycare center was forced to close its doors. Erickson and her husband are the pastor at the adjacent church Without Limits, but no one at the facility was willing to comment, and the organization's Facebook page made no mention of the investigation. In fact, the feedback on the page were all positive. One person wrote, "I absolutely love everything about this center."
Bobeth Yates, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
One of the central figures in the 2004 murder of 11-year-old Carly Brucia is now speaking out. Former Sheriff Bill Balkwell said he's disappointed that convicted killer Joseph Smith now has a chance to get off death row. New state sentencing guidelines require a unanimous jury verdict, and his was 10 yes and 2 no for that death sentence. The former sheriff is not happy.
How can you go back and redo something that was done, 12 years ago or how long ago it was, and it just doesn't seem right. It's not right for the victim, it's not right for their families, it's not right for all the investigators who investigated this, all the different agencies who were involved, the money that was spent.
Balkwell calls this one of the biggest cases of his career, and while nothing is set yet on this new Smith sentencing hearing, Balkwell believes the state is wrong to reopen these old cases.
Both southbound lanes on Beneva Road are back open this morning following a water main break that damaged the busy Sarasota roadway. That road between Proctor and Clark was forced to close on Monday as crews worked to repair a hole caused by that break. In addition to the road closure, 159 homes were asked to boil their water. That boil water advisory has since been lifted.
Plans for the controversial Siesta Promenade have been scaled back. Benderson Development wants to build apartments, condos, and hotel rooms at the corner of US 41 and Stickney Point roads. But neighbors are concerned about the size of the project that has caused them to scale it back now. The county is in the process of reviewing the final application. There will be 2 public hearings, one with the planning board, one with the county commission. Benderson hopes to break ground sometime next year.
The city of Sarasota is temporarily closing a Lido Beach pool after it was struck by lightning. The electrical panel, which controls the pool's pumps and chemical levels, was damaged following that strike. The historic pool is located next to the Lido Beach Pavilion, and it will remain closed while crews work to repair that panel. 5:09 this morning, and according to the financial website Money Rates, the Bradenton, Sarasota, and Northport area is the best place in the country for young entrepreneurs.
Some might not have guessed that.
Yeah, I didn't.
Our Christopher Brantley met a young professional who moved to Venice, began a business, and is about to take that business worldwide.
When you think of Venice, you don't necessarily think of entrepreneurs, but you should think again. As it turns out, the area is full of them. Take Sean Chan. Born in Hong Kong, he moved to Venice at 3 years old.
Well, let's make a device that you actually sit on and actually ride.
So Chan designed and built this, the Uno Bolt. It's powered by a lithium-ion battery and can get up to about 20 miles per hour. So it's basically like a Segway with only one wheel. It's not the easiest thing to ride at first, but after a couple of minutes, it does get a little easier.
The practical use would be a commuting vehicle, a replacement of a bicycle, a replacement for people that would like to go to parks.
The second prototype has already made it to the loftiest of Hollywood heights, being purchased by director James Cameron. It may make its debut in a film next year. When it's mass-produced, it won't be built here in the United States, but in Chan's uncle's manufacturing plant in Shenzhen, China. Sammy Vanting, chair of the Venice Young Professionals, has her own theory as to why this area has become such a hotspot for future entrepreneurs.
We have ex-CEOs all over the place who are retired but still want to be active.
And these ex-CEOs are offering up their knowledge to these up-and-comers.
We've got this great resource at our fingertips of people that we can talk to learn how to grow our businesses.
Now, if you want to give one of these a shot and think you can do it and want to own one, you can in just a couple of weeks. In Venice, Christopher Brantley, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thanks so much, Christopher. Happening today, more than 400 junior volleyball teams are on the Suncoast for a beach championship. The USA Volleyball Junior Beach Tour continues competition today at Siesta Key Beach. Teams from across the country made up of boys and girls ages 10 to 18 are participating. Now, the top 3 winners of each division will earn a spot to play in the championship. The event's manager says they're fortunate to have been able to travel the world and visit so many beaches, but they say Siesta Key has a special place in their heart as one of their favorites.
This national championships is one of the top events of the country. We got some of the top players throughout the country all going through college or even trying out for the USAV High Performance Tour. And this is their opportunity to be here at a great place. Siesta Key is an amazing beach, white sand, and very enjoyable.
440 teams will compete this weekend, and Siesta Key is one of 90 stops on the championship tour. The event is scheduled to wrap up next Tuesday.
Also happening today, Friday Fest is today at the Van Wezel. You can join Jacqueline and me as Kettle of Fish perform today. They are a great blues, soul, and funk band. They have opened in the past for Roger Waters and Dickie Betts, Eddie Money, and many others. So Kettle of Fish, 5 o'clock today, goes till about 9, free. On the Bayfront, no charge. Jacqueline will be there.
And you'll be there with your dancing shoes on?
That's right. Coolers, what is the status on coolers?
I'm not sure what the status is. I'm sure we can find out for people back at home. You can bring them, is what our producer is telling us.
Can or cannot? Yes? What did he say?
I'm not sure.
Oh, all right. Well, that's today at Friday Fest. Hopefully the weather will cooperate.
Pictures.
Yes.
Pictures. Lots of pictures.
Lots of pictures, yes.
Yeah.
We have, some pretty nice weather for this evening, I think. Most of the storms will be inland. We'll have a nice westerly breeze, kind of keeping things a little cooler. Maybe a little cloud cover, kind of holding back the sun just a touch, but still a beautiful sunset in store.
Good.
Should be nice.
Awesome. Looking forward to it.
Complete forecast in a sec.
All right. Still ahead, it is Friday, so of course you know what that means. The weekend is just a few hours away. Our Linda Carson will take a look at some of the fun events happening right here on the Suncoast.
And later in the hour, reaction to O.J. Simpson's upcoming release from prison. That story and more news coming up on Good Morning Suncoast.
Once you get atrial fibrillation, you need to have a very close relationship with your primary doctor. Prevention is the whole ball game here, because once you have a stroke, you can't undo it. A year without stroke, it's a year that you can enjoy doing the things that you've worked all your life to finally get to do. You took care of yourself. You did what is necessary for you to be around one more year. And then next year, we'll celebrate one more year without a stroke.
During the past 10 years, Tidewell Hospice volunteers have provided more than 1 million hours of service. They sit with patients, giving caregivers a break. They work in offices. They take their furry friends on pet therapy visits. They even clown around. Every task performed by a volunteer makes a difference in the lives of our patients and their families. Join Tidewell's volunteer team. They're truly 1 in a million. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
This is an important announcement. If you're between 50 and 85 and worried about your loved ones, you can still get affordable life insurance for peace of mind.
My life insurance coverage is guaranteed, and I was not required to get a medical exam.
I had high blood pressure and diabetes, and I got my coverage with one telephone call. No exam necessary.
I'm a smoker, and I wanted to take care of my family. I called to get my life insurance and my affairs in order. I wanted to do the right thing.
Call Final Expense No Exam Insurance. Your rates are guaranteed and will never increase.
I called and learned that this insurance cannot be canceled even if you get sick or gain weight.
And there are no restrictions on how my beneficiaries use the money when I'm gone.
Approval was easy and the price was right. I wanted to do this for my children.
Call 800-738-9812. 800-738-9812.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
A little warmer this morning, 79 degrees the air temperature. We have a dew point value coming in at 76 degrees. That's thick, moist, humid air. And with an air temperature that warm and a dew point that high, it certainly does feel humid outside right now. Northeast wind coming in at about 6, and we have a landscape dotted with showers this morning. Across the region, temperatures are held up by that humidity. We have 75 Wauchula, 76 in Arcadia, Mayaca, 77 in Northport, in Punta Gorda, 76 in Parrish, 77 Lakewood Ranch. You've got a shower in progress there. Longboat Key comes in at 79, so does Venice, and in Inglewood. So we have more of a defined southwesterly wind flow today in the forecast. Plus we have a little upper level, mid-level, low pressure area in the northern Gulf waters spinning around, helping to enhance rain, just a little bit rainfall chances. So we'll watch with that westerly wind, these scattered showers not standing still like they were yesterday, where they just sort of rained themselves out in place. Today they've got a little bit of a drift toward the coastline, so a little bit better chance of seeing some wet road surfaces this morning during your morning commute. Watch for that. These showers, some of them producing some fairly heavy rainfall moving onshore through the morning. Right now in Manatee County, most of the heavy stuff is toward the east of the interstate heading inland and then down to the south. We do have some showers in progress around Siesta Key. We also have some heavier showers out in Gulf waters gradually drifting in this direction. If this cell holds together, why areas around Siesta Key could probably see some fairly heavy rainfall for a brief period of time in about a half an hour. But the tendency will be for this to kind of lighten up as it gets closer to shore. Osprey seeing some pretty good rainfall right now. Venice, at least inland Venice, seeing some pretty good rains. And Inglewood down through Rotunda, you're about 20 minutes away from seeing some rainfall as this cell moves onshore slowly. High pressure, still the dominant weather feature for us, but the direction of the wind flow now out of the west pretty much this afternoon. Then this morning, actually, taking the rain showers, pushing them toward the other coast. The good news is, I think by the second half of the day, most all of the activity will be in inland areas. And yesterday, where we saw some of those showers moving back toward the coastline during the evening, maybe not so much of that again today. So hopefully the coastline will stay pretty quiet during the evening hours tonight, when a lot of people will be dining al fresco or be out at the Van Wezel. Early coastal showers, afternoon storms inland, a few less storms this weekend as perhaps some slightly drier air works its way in. Also, because of this slightly cooler air aloft, some of the storms that do form a little bit later on today could have some significant strength to them, particularly in inland areas. And then tomorrow, same sort of situation. During the morning hours, you'll see a few scattered showers near the coast. Same thing on Sunday, and then all of those showers begin to move inland. Severe weather, really not a threat for the state of Florida, but to the northern tier states, Minneapolis, St. Paul, Chicago Airport, likely to see some airport delays because of stronger storms. Not a whole lot across the state of Florida. Forecast like this. Looking for about a 40% chance of showers today and tomorrow, then about 30% chance on Sunday and Monday and the beginning of next work week into mid-work week next week, with daytime highs slightly warmer when the rain chances go down. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, John. Let's take a look at traffic in Manatee County. Looks like 301 heading north and southbound, seeing your biggest slowdowns in Manatee County. Other than that, looking pretty good as we head into Sarasota County. A little bit of congestion on 41 as you're heading past Bee Ridge Road, also heading south past Clark Road and Siesta Key, Stickney Point Bridge as we head into South County. Pretty quiet throughout that area. Not a whole lot going on at 5:20 on your Friday morning. Well, rain or shine, there's always some type of exciting entertainment happening in our area over the weekend.
Our Linda Carson has a preview in this week's Suncoast scene.
The Venice Theater's Summer Cabaret Festival continues. Michelle Kasnowski and her family take center stage.
The name of the show is To All the Men I've Loved Before. And in that I do songs from famous male composers. I also do songs that are traditionally known as male songs, but that many females have done, or I just like and I'm going to do. And my father's on keyboard, my son's on bass, and Joe Broom is on drums.
That's Thursday night and Friday night. This is Nick Drivas. He is going to be performing at the Venice Theater Summer Cabaret on Saturday night and on Sunday afternoon at 2. Tell us about your show, Nick.
Oh, well, my cabaret, Love at First Sight. You know, as a young guy, just turned 20, relocated to Orlando, moved away from home about 2 years ago. I've learned that I've had a lot of firsts in my life, a lot of new experiences, you know, some funny perils and some new experiences, and I thought that those would make for some good stories to introduce to an audience, paired with some great classics from the American songbooks.
Snooty the Manatee is turning 69, and you're invited to his birthday bash and wildlife festival at the South Florida Museum.
We'll have over 20 wildlife exhibitors, lots of museum games and activities, as well as, of course, you can come in the plaza and see Snooty and his manatee pals for free, as well as meet our new Snooty mascot.
Saturday 10 to 2, admission is free. Admission is also free to Friday Fest. It's on the bay behind the Van Wezel. Friday night from 5 to 9. You can watch the sunset over the bay as you listen to the music of Kettle of Fish. And psychics and mediums from far and wide are gathering at the Sarasota Municipal Auditorium for the Sarasota Mystic Fair. Do you have questions about your past or the future, or loved ones on the other side you'd like to contact? Psychics say you can find all of those answers at the Mystic Fair at the Sarasota Municipal Auditorium on Saturday and Sunday.
When you come into this event, you will feel wonderful energy, and then you will also see psychics lined up around both sides of the room, willing to give readings on life issues such as health, relationships, family.
And meet those who talk to the dead.
We have people who can speak to people beyond this lifetime. You can get answers to practically anything that you want.
At the Sarasota Mystic Fair, Linda Carson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
I think I'm gonna have to head out to Snooty's birthday. That looks pretty fun to me. Not maybe to you, but I got excited over it.
Well, I like the fact that Snooty wears a sash.
You gotta know who he is. I like how he waved. He was like, that's
yes, didn't say a lot though. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, we'll tell you how you can tour the International Space Station from your computer.
And coming up at 5:30, despite being diagnosed with brain cancer, Senator John McCain isn't letting that get him down. We'll have his response on Twitter when we come back.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today at our new kitchen and bath cabinetry locations.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job. I am Goodwill, yeah.
So you've decided to go to college. That's cool. So pop quiz. Which is a better way to earn your degree? Commute to college and fill your gas tank, get stuck in traffic, drive in bad weather, try to find a parking space, walk a half-mile to class, or learn online at Independence University. In the park on a bench, on the beach on a towel, or on your couch with your kid. Your campus is wherever you want it to be. You don't go to college. College goes to you. That's independence. That's Independence University. You schedule classes around your schedule, and all your supplies, including a brand new laptop and tablet, are included with tuition. At Independence U, you'll learn from professional instructors with real work experience. You'll get personal support in school and employment assistance when you graduate. Get your degree, but keep your life. That's independence. That's Independence University. So if you're really smart, you'd call now.
Call 1-800-319-0237.
Independence U, for an independent you.
Call 1-800-319-0237.
I'm Alan Cohn. Keeping the healthcare battle alive, President Trump pushes for repeal and replace as we learn more about Russian meetings.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Well, hearing there's some sprinkles right now in downtown Sarasota as we look at the bus station there right in the middle where the brightest light is. Lemon at 1st and 2nd Street, looking toward downtown in the parking garage.
Looks like you can kind of see a little bit of a reflection of what looks to be a little bit of some wet roadways there.
Yeah.
You can kind of see that.
Well,
okay.
This time of year, it's going to be tough not to have a completely dry day.
Of course, it is summer in Florida anyway.
Yep. All right, 5:26. We are back now on your Friday morning with a beautiful picture from City Island. Norm Schimmel took this for us. He lives along the bayfront and often supplies us with nice pictures. And we'd like to encourage you as well to send us any pictures that you might have. You can send it to any of us. There's our respective Facebook addresses.
Yeah, we would love to see you guys send us some pictures of whatever you guys are doing maybe this weekend. If you're coming out to Friday Fest, take a quick picture with us. If you're going to any type of events here on the Suncoast, send them our way. We'll feature them on Good Morning Suncoast on Monday morning if you send them to us. Welcome back, 5:26 this morning. And if you can't beat them, join them. Sears is teaming up with Amazon. Didn't see that one coming.
ABC's Candace Gibson and Ariel Rashev tell us how the store plans to sell appliances on the popular shopping site in this morning's Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, Amazon will soon be selling Kenmore appliances, owned, of course, by Sears.
And Kenmore smart appliances will be integrated with Amazon's Alexa voice assistant.
So that means the day is much closer when your refrigerator detects you're running out of milk and orders more.
We are living in the future, folks. The man behind Tesla and SpaceX says he has a way to get you from New York to Washington, D.C. in less than half an hour in a Hyperloop rail tunnel.
Elon Musk tweets that he has verbal approval from the government, but so far no government agency has confirmed that. He wants to build similar tunnels in Los Angeles.
And Google Maps is now offering users a chance to go where they'll likely never go: space.
The images come from the International Space Station. It offers an up-close look at the station's 15 connected modules. Not bad.
Those are your Tech Bites.
Have a great day.
Tech Bites, brought to you by Office Depot Office Max.
You are the master of the multitask, the champion of making it happen. Taking care of business is not for the faint of heart. Still, you take care of it.
Taking care of business.
But who takes care of you? Office Depot Office Max. We supply you, copy you, and tune you up. Members get 2% back in rewards on everything, and we mean everything. We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max.
Taking care of business.
Women are amazing. We run marathons, companies, solve problems. How? We eat every single day. We don't doubt it. We own it.
And in this simple, everyday act, we see. When we give, we receive.
You studied hard, went to college, and achieved your dream, but it turned into a financial nightmare. If you have federal student loans and you'd like to reduce your payments, get more time, or have your loans completely eliminated, then we have good news. With one call to Student Loan Relief Services, you can find support and guidance. We've already helped thousands of people, and we can help you too. If you have $10,000 or more in federal student loans, you can qualify for payment extensions, payment reductions,
loans. Or you may qualify to have your federal student loan completely forgiven. Call Student Loan Relief Services now to find out about your options. Take control of your finances and get out from under this burden. One of our student loan experts has the answers to your questions and great solutions to ease your financial burden. We're here for you. Call Student Loan Relief Services now.
Call 800-759-0203, 800-759-0203.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big, or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $10 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand, with no surprises, and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received J.D. Power Awards for highest customer service. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317. Go online or visit a Target store today.
I witnessed him have 2 heart attacks in ICU. He went through seizures.
We'd much rather have Aaron like this than dead. A lot of parents don't have that luxury.
He can't talk. He can't walk. This is a condition Aaron will live with for the rest of his life because he abused prescription pills.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, restaurant guide, and more. Go to mysuncoast.com/dining.
This half hour on Good Morning Suncoast, a strong earthquake hits Turkey and Greece. Early reports say 2 are dead, 200 are injured.
Plus, O.J. Simpson may be moving to St. Pete when he's released from jail in a few months. We'll have details of his parole hearing.
And what happened on Clearwater Beach yesterday? A man showed it all on social media as it played out. We'll have details. Those stories and more this half hour on Good Morning Suncoast.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
And good morning. Anything different here you notice?
You did get a haircut. You surely did.
More aerodynamic now. I can run faster.
Well, there you go. There's the perks of that.
That's right. Welcome back. 5:33. We're on to Friday, and John Scalzi's got details of some little hit and miss showers today, John.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a westerly wind flow that again will bring us some showers. And at this hour, we have showers that are on our radar over land. Over the last couple mornings, they've been mostly out in Gulf waters, but check it out. The showers moving over land, producing a little bit of light rainfall in places, some moderate rainfall in other places. A mix of sun and clouds starts the day and boosts us rapidly into the 80s. Rain shower chances go up by noon as we see showers building along the coast and then moving into inland areas for later in the afternoon and into the evening hours. We'll talk all about the weekend forecast in just a few.
All right, talk to you soon. Let's check off Manatee County first off and see activity already on State Road 70 in the westbound lanes. Always a busy road, even at 5:30 in the morning. Farther south, now first off Bee Ridge, some slowdowns heading east. Lots of construction there. Also look at that, the intersection of Stickney Point and 41 showing some buildup there. Otherwise, South County all clear at 5:34 on your Friday morning.
Topping our news today, the verdict is in and a parole board has decided to grant O.J. Simpson an early release from prison.
Before the decision, Simpson apologized, said he was a model prisoner, and promised that he would have no conflicts if he was released. However, he still deflected responsibility for the Vegas crime he was found guilty of 9 years ago. and said he was misled by associates around him in that situation. Simpson's lawyer said his client will relocate to the St. Petersburg area. We'll have more on this next hour in our GMA First Look. In Minneapolis, the police chief is speaking publicly for the first time regarding that fatal shooting of a yoga instructor who had just called 911.
In the meantime, many in the community are pointing the finger at police, saying change is needed. John Lawrence has details.
No justice, no peace. Prosecute the police.
Protesters took to the streets, angered by the fatal police shooting of Justine Ruszczyk in Minneapolis. Among those in the crowd, Valerie Castile, the mother of Philando Castile. He was fatally shot by a Minneapolis cop last year. Castile noted that Ruszczyk was killed on her son's birthday.
Like I said, after the verdict, they were going to kill again, and they have. And I think it's our duty and our obligation, and the spirit of my son led us over here to speak with the family.
The 40-year-old Ruszczyk was fatally shot by a police officer Saturday. She had called 911 to report a possible sexual assault near her home, but she was shot when she approached a squad car. Minneapolis Police Chief Janae Harteau made her first public comments on the shooting Thursday. She admits the situation was not handled appropriately.
Justine didn't have to die. On our squad cars, you will find the words, to protect with courage and serve with compassion. This did not happen.
People who call the police go to see what's happening with the police. You don't draw the gun and shoot them across your partner's body.
A state investigation into the shooting is underway. Officials say it could take months to complete. I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Senator John McCain might be battling brain cancer, but he's not letting the diagnosis get him down. The war vet tweeted, "I greatly appreciate the outpouring of support. Unfortunately, from my sparring partners in Congress, I'll be back soon, so stand by." His doctors say the tumor has been removed, but it is the most aggressive type and likely will return. It is the same type that killed Ted Kennedy and Joe Biden's son, Beau. The average survival is just 14 months.
In consumer news this morning, last year President Trump promoted his deal to save jobs at a Carrier plant in Indianapolis as a win for the American manufacturing industry. But that victory didn't extend to everyone. Yesterday was the last day for more than 300 Carrier employees whose jobs have been eliminated due to outsourcing to Mexico. It's the first round of cuts at the plant since Trump took office. Now, those cuts represent the working class grievances the president vowed to fix. The company says the workers who are leaving can be reimbursed by Carrier for job training or education costs, including a college degree or technical certification. And seniors will soon have to pay 8 times the usual price for a lifetime pass to our national parks. Last year, Congress passed legislation raising the price of a national parks and federal recreational lands senior pass. Lifetime senior passes used to cost just $10. But starting next month, they'll be raised to $80. Now, if you're on a fixed budget, you can now get an annual senior pass. It'll let you visit any park for a year, and it's only $20. 4 of those can then be used for a lifetime pass. Seniors who already have lifetime passes don't have to worry. They will still work.
Developing overnight, a 6.7 quake has rattled Turkey and Greece, sparking panic and causing lots of damage across the area. CNN Greece reports at least 2 dead on a Greek island, more than 120 injured. No fatalities reported in Turkey. We'll have more on this story as it develops today on ABC 7.
An update this morning on a norovirus outbreak at a Chipotle restaurant in Virginia. Although a test confirmed the virus in a person who reported eating there, health officials say it's not enough to determine the cause of illnesses reported at that exact location. The restaurant is temporarily closed this week after customers reported symptoms that Chipotle said were consistent with norovirus. The illness could have possibly come from contaminated food or infected employees.
A new sweet ride for some police officers nationwide. Ford reveals the first pickup truck designed for police. The Ford F-150 Police Responder is based on Ford's FX4 off-road truck, but it has a few additional features, including extended off-road abilities, police-calibrated brakes that can maintain speeds up to 100 miles an hour for a long time, and plated front seats to protect officers from being stabbed from backseat offenders. And a special moment for the Dallas police as they hire their first ever female chief. This chief, Elisha Renee Hall, is a 19-year veteran of the Detroit Police Department. She's also the daughter of an officer who was killed in the line of duty. Her hiring comes at a time when the department is struggling to attract new officers and emerging also from a pension crisis. She'll start in September. When asked about advice for other women in law enforcement, she said, quote, anything is possible.
Developing overnight, Florida is stepping up to help battle the massive wildfires burning out west. 24 additional firefighters from the Florida Forest Service will be joining the U.S. Forest Service and the Fish and Wildlife Service to help in containing fires burning in Utah, Montana, California, and South Dakota. Florida already has 91 firefighters out west, and the latest will be leaving from Tampa later on today.
New data shows a rise in involuntary psychiatric exams for children across the state. Between 2015 and 16, more than 32,000 children were taken in for mental health examinations under Florida's Baker Act. Over the past 5 years, that's an increase of nearly 50% statewide. A task force within the Department of Children and Families has now been created to address this issue.
Access to mental health services, behavioral health services, intensive family services for families isn't accessible. It's not available to everybody, and so then they get at their wits' end, and teachers and parents and other caregivers don't know what to do other than to use the Baker Act system.
One of the recommendations would be that we supplement the activities and the level of professional staff that are available to address these problems within the public school system.
Mental health experts say a short-term Baker Act can be helpful, but should be followed up with continued therapist visits.
A man is behind bars after driving his car across Clearwater Beach yesterday, all while the incident played out on Facebook Live. Police say 27-year-old Ryan Stiles drove a black SUV down the north side of the beach, running over chairs and umbrellas. It took police 9 minutes to get him into custody. Fortunately, no one was injured, but Stiles does face numerous charges, including reckless driving, DUI, and felony criminal mischief, among many others. Clearwater police say other charges could be coming soon.
In South Florida, cell phone video captured a man shooting at two AT&T trucks. Look at this. The incident happened Wednesday near Miami. Deputies say 64-year-old Jorge Jove was angry that two utility trucks had parked in front of his driveway, so he shot out the tires. He shot out the tires and opened fire on the second one. So fortunately, no one was hurt. He was later arrested, and charges are now pending. I guess if he shoots out the tires, there's no chance for the truck to leave anytime faster.
Kind of defeated the whole purpose of it all. It was a little much, I think.
Awful reaction there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not a smart crook.
No.
Usually, sometimes they're not.
Showers in the forecast. In fact, even as we speak, showers on land. We'll talk about that in just a second.
All right, still ahead. Are you planning on taking a dip in the water this weekend?
We'll tell you what you can do to prevent getting swimmer's ear up next in Health Smart.
I was always worried and scared. Mom was in pain. She wasn't going to get any better, and all the trips to the ER were painful for all of us. Then we called Tidewell Hospice, and everything changed. Now she has care in our home when she needs it, surrounded by family. We know we don't have much time left with Mom, but we decided to make the best out of that time. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
What if you had a medical emergency away from home?
My chest hurts. I can't breathe.
What you need is Mobile Help, America's premier mobile medical alert system. Most systems only work at home, but with mobile help, you get help outside the home with coverage nationwide on one of the largest cellular networks at the press of a button. Call the number on your screen for a free full-color brochure. We'll send you everything you need, including this base station, the patented mobile device, and the waterproof pendant and wrist button. You can also add the fall button that automatically detects falls and signals help. Call today and receive a risk-free 30-day trial. There is no equipment to buy and no long-term contract. For a limited time, you will also receive a free emergency key box with your plan purchase. Remember, mobile help keeps you safe coast to coast.
Call 1-800-916-8638. That's 1-800-916-8638.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help. With Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Who else has been taking your prescriptions? Keep your medicine and your family safe and secure. Mind your meds. To learn how we can help, visit the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids at drugfree.org.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Yeah, it won't take much to put us into the 80s this morning. We're already at 79 with a dew point value of 76. Northeast wind comes in at about 6 with a mix of cloud and rain showers out there this morning. Yes, we have some rain showers over land, actually. 76 degrees Wauchula, Arcadia, 77 in Mayaca, Punta Gorda, 78 in Parrish, Lakewood Ranch, Bradenton, Northport, and then 79s in Sarasota, Venice, Inglewood, and 80 degrees Longboat Key. A pretty well-defined graduation from cooler temperatures inland to warmer temperatures near the coast. We have some showers that are in progress. You notice there's kind of a gyre in the radar echoes here. You can see the echoes over on the other coast kind of lifting off to the north, and the ones over on our coast kind of sinking southward. We have a little upper level low spinning around and kind of a well-defined southwesterly wind flow just off the surface. That is helping to take some showers that have developed out in the more unstable waters of the Gulf and kind of sling them back towards shore. So we have some wet road surfaces out there this morning. Just be aware of that as you head out and about. The roads might be a little bit more slippery than we are used to at this time of morning. We have some showers that are in progress, mostly east of the interstate in Manatee County, but down to the south, they're moving on shore at this hour. Siesta Key, probably about 15-20 minutes away from seeing a little bit of rainfall moving in again. You had some light showers there earlier on. That's now moved into areas of downtown Sarasota and southern Sarasota. Also some heavier rain falling around to Osprey and down to the south through Venice and Inglewood. We told you about those showers moving on shore about 15 minutes ago, and there they are, some of them producing some fairly heavy rainfall. Minnesota also seeing some fairly heavy rainfall, as is Inglewood. All of that gradually drifting eastward, and I think by afternoon the focus for those showers will all be in inland areas and away from our coastline. High pressure, the dominant weather feature for us again today, kind of holding fast. Hard to break this pattern. We'll continue to see the potential for some morning showers each and every morning with this general onshore wind flow. Both today, tomorrow, probably Sunday as well. The showers tend to migrate toward the other coast and die out. Some of them will be stronger as we head into the afternoon today because we have some slightly more unstable air aloft, and that will help to create some bigger storms. 40% chance of storms for the next several days. Then perhaps some drier air will work its way up from the south, and that will bring us a few less rain showers around on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Don. Let's take a look at traffic in Manatee County this morning. Not a whole lot going on as you head into downtown Bradenton. A few slowdowns on State Road 70 as you head east and westbound. In Sarasota County, some slowdowns that are unusual on Clark Road as you get off of 41. Also on 41 heading southbound as you pass by the Stickney Point Bridge. A few slowdowns also on Bee Ridge Road as you head towards the interstate. I-75 looking good as we head into South County. Quiet throughout that area. 549 on your Friday morning. In this hour's Health Smart, as summer continues to heat up, you might find yourself taking a dip in the pool. Sounds nice, right?
Yeah, good chance of that. But what about that pesky thing called swimmer's ear? Some tips now from reporter Kim Hutcherson.
Swimmer's ear can happen in any season, but it becomes more common during warmer months. And despite its name, you don't have to spend time at a beach or pool to pick up the infection. Trapped water inside the ear, even from showers or baths, can cause bacteria to multiply in the ear and lead to infection. Swimmer's ear is more common in children than adults because they have narrower ear canals, but adults are still very much at risk. Symptoms include redness, itching, swelling of the ear, and moderate to severe pain. Cases left untreated can lead to discharge or fluid leaking from the ear and even temporary hearing loss. You can treat swimmer's ear with antibiotic ear drops and anti-inflammatories to reduce pain. Prevent the infection by wearing earplugs while swimming, drying ears with a towel or hair dryer, or gently cleaning ears with a washcloth or cotton swabs. For today's Health Minute, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, our top news headlines and an update on a bag of dust from the moon.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Attention! Royal Seas Cruises has just announced their deal of the day, a $99 Caribbean cruise for 2 people. This amazing cruise deal to the Bahamas is only available to the first 500 callers who register in your area today. So get ready to write down this number and act fast. We know that the best type of traveler is a repeat guest, so we're offering this $99 Caribbean cruise to prove it. That's $99 per couple, including your stateroom, all your delicious meals, full spa, live entertainment, 3 kids clubs, and more. Come see why we were voted one of the top 10 best overall cruises by Cruise Critic. We're so sure you'll enjoy yourself and become a repeat customer that you're getting this deal of the day for the unbelievable low price of just $99 per couple. But you've got to act fast. Pick up the phone and be one of the first 500 callers to take the Caribbean cruise of a lifetime for just $99 per couple. Call right now or log on to royalcruisenow.com.
Call 800-906-0489.
I took my first handful of pills, and that's when all my priorities seemed to change.
He would ask to use the bathroom in other people's homes.
He just assumed that they would have medication.
He'd go in their medicine cabinets and steal prescription drugs.
I wish I knew really what these prescription pills were.
We were so naive about the whole drug thing.
These are all synthetic forms of heroin.
Keep your medication locked up because you'll never notice that a pill is gone.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
My name is Stephen Jaffe. The law firm's name is Farmer Jaffe. One of the beautiful things about Julius is he's always smiling, and it becomes infectious. The fact that Julius has a disability has absolutely nothing to do with the quality of work that he's done. Just a great person you want on your staff.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Because my parents told me I have to be responsible.
Because my first coach told me, you can do this.
Because my boss showed me how to do a good job.
Because my teacher helped me see the choices.
I'm swimming faster than I ever dreamed.
I am a valuable employee.
I discovered that I could work as an artist.
I will be whatever I want to be.
Youth with disabilities should grow up expecting to work and succeed. For more information, visit whatcanyoudocampaign.org.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And service services.com. AND services.com.
It is a Friday morning, some overcast skies right now. John has some showers here and there on the maps. We'll share those shortly. 5:54 right now.
Oh, did you see that sheet lightning there?
Yes, we did see some lightning there, right on cue.
Perfect.
Streets look damp
Like
as well.
they knew we were taking a live picture.
Who's they? Welcome back.
Mother Nature.
5:54 right now.
It is 5:54 this morning. Let's take a look at some of the top stories on the Suncoast.
And a road rage incident ends in arrest for a Sarasota man. FHP arrested this man, 26-year-old Christopher Bannock, shortly after an incident with another driver at I-75 and State Road 681. They say he waved a gun at another driver. They later found drugs in his car as well.
Plus, a domestic disturbance at a Northport home leads to an arrest. Police were called to a home on Needle Terrace when an argument turned violent between a mother, a father, and a son. The son was later arrested after locking himself inside the home.
And hundreds of young volleyball players will hit the beach this weekend for a junior tournament. Over 400 teams will compete on Siesta Key Beach.
Finally this hour, a bag containing traces of moon dust we first told you about last week has sold at an auction in New York City for, get this, $1.8 million. Oh my goodness. Well, the collection bag was used by astronaut Neil Armstrong during the first manned mission to the moon back in 1969. The artifact was misidentified and actually sold at an online government auction. NASA tried to fight and get it back, but in December, a federal judge ruled that it legally belonged to the woman who bought it, a Chicago area woman who bought it in 2015 for $995. Talk about a profit made there for her.
Boy, that's a bargain. She bought that for less than $1,000. I would have bought that.
Me
That's
too.
pretty amazing.
Easily.
But did she know at the time what she was buying? I don't know.
I don't know.
It's pretty amazing.
If so, she lucked out on that one. She made a pretty penny.
Oh, by the way, on my Facebook page, John Scalzi, ABC7, I put the front page of the New York Times for today from 1969. If you want to read about the landing on the moon, it's kind of cool.
Right.
Definitely got to check that out.
Big anniversary. More news after this. Stay with us.